Hi and welcome to the first Optix Mail video tutorial. Today we thought we'd take you through the 5-minute design process. So we're going to show you how to design, test and send your first campaign. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first screen you're going to come across, and the first step in the process, is defining your campaign and also who it's being sent from. So your campaign name is an internal name. It won't be seen by your recipients. So we'll go for workshop sign up, and then the subject will appear in your recipient's subject line, so it's best to make this something a little snappy. So we'll go for thanks for signing up. Great. And then you just need to define who it's being sent from. So it may be, as in this case, that you're sending it from yourself, and therefore you're happy to use your own email address. But if, for example, you were sending on behalf of somebody, or you had multiple email addresses, it might be an idea just to change that. Okay. The second screen is where we choose our template. So we've designed and uploaded our own template, so it makes sense to choose that one. And we now come on to our email content screen. So on the left hand side here you've got our editing section, and on the right hand side you've got, if you like, a live view of what the email will look like if we were to send it. So in order to edit that, we simply click on the Add New button, and we're presented with a range of options. So in the first instance, we'll add a full width hero image, and we just simply click Choose File. I've got an image that I've already earmarked for this particular demonstration, and it'll upload that to the template. Now obviously, depending on image size, you know, it can take a little while to upload. We'd always recommend actually that you optimize your images, i.e. minimize them, so that you're still getting the quality of image you require without sort of risking getting flagged up by spam filters due to file size. Another good thing to do is to add some alternative text here, just in case some of your recipients haven't got images turned on. It'll just make them aware of what that image actually was. So we'll simply say thanks for signing up to our workshop here. Okay, we'll save that, and then we'll add another repeater, and we're just going to add text with no title. So I've got one I made earlier here, and we'll just paste that in. So you can see that on the edit screen on the left hand side, you can amend all the text, and on the right hand side it gives you, if you like, that live view. So we'll just format this slightly. What have we got here? Just give that a bit of space, maybe make these bold. As you can see, it's all pretty simple, and it's pretty much what you'd expect from a text editor. So you can change your font size and bullets and numbering. You can also insert some things. So for example, we've got Optix HQ here in directions, so let's insert a link. So we'll get a link, and I'll ask us to add our link. So I've got our location here. So I'll simply paste that and insert that there. So that now becomes a link. We'll just double check that. And there we go, that works. Always a good idea to test these things. But you may also wish to include a couple of other items, so personalisation. So if, for example, instead of just sending a generic email, you'd like to personalise it a bit with either your recipient's first, last or full name, you can do so. You can also insert some quick links, so make it easy for your recipients to forward that to a friend. Unsubscribe, in this case we have at the bottom of our email an unsubscribe option anyway, so we don't actually need that in there in this instance. And also social sharing, so it may be that you're sending out a newsletter or an offer, and you'd like your recipients to be able to quickly and easily like or tweet that. Obviously this is a booking confirmation, so it's not really relevant in this instance. So we'll save those changes. Have a quick look, make sure we're happy. I've just spotted we hadn't done the date, so we'll just edit that and I'll just call it the 10th of August. As well, go for 2012 there as well. Save those changes. Great, so that looks pretty good. Pretty happy with that. We'll just preview it. Great. And now we move on to defining our recipients. So you may already have some subscribers or some defined subscribers that you're going to send this to. So it may be that it's from blog signups or from a white paper or a PDF that you download that you've got there. Maybe website signups or just lists that you've made. In this instance, we'll just use our sample list. And now we've got a snapshot, so kind of an overview. So we can see our campaign name, worth checking that. Certainly worth checking the subject line, who it's going to be sent from. And we can also have a look at what the plain text version will look like. So if for whatever reason your recipient's ISP doesn't support, they don't support HTML, you can just see what it's going to look like for a plain text receipt. So, it's not too bad. You can see, unfortunately, we've got the link there, so that's not quite as tidy as we'd like it to be. But all the relevant information is in place, so that'll do. And then we move on to test and define delivery. So what you might wish to do is just test this manually by sending it to yourself or to a couple of other recipients. So you can send it to up to 5 people free of charge. So I might decide to send it to myself and to my separate email address, and I could send that test email. In this instance, I'm not going to bother. I know it works, so I'm going to skip the test, which will then bring us on to our scheduled campaign delivery. So you can either send the campaign immediately, so as soon as I click go down here, that's going to get sent, or I may actually want to send it at a slightly different time to the time of writing. And there may be a couple of reasons for that. It might be that I've looked at my open rates and determined that there is a specific time or day that I get the best open rates. So I may want to schedule it to that particular time. Equally, it may be that I'm currently in the process of writing a number of campaigns. So just kind of set aside some time to write 4 or 5 emails, and so I just want them to go out at different times. And frankly, sending it immediately just doesn't suit me. So I could schedule that, so we'll do that. And my campaign's been scheduled for delivery, so I can either make changes to that campaign or wait for it to roll out. And it's really as easy as that. So I hope that was of some use. If you want any more advice, or you'd like to talk to us about what you're doing with your own email campaigns, please do get in touch. And thanks for listening. Bye now.